Well, good morning. Join me this morning on the banks of my local river Ouse. It's the 14th of March, which means it's the final day of the current river season, which is a shame, but there you go. On the bank we got good mate Iain sat by the side of me, Paul Frost the other side, and there's another guy, Dave Yard is along here, Jess Rocket's along here. So we've got a few people on the bank. It's a beautiful day. Like I say, it's the last day of the current river season. As you know, I've been doing a lot of pike fishing. I went out Saturday, Sunday. I've been trying to get another zander, but I've been out sort of pike fishing. Saturday I had 5 pike and the biggest was £19 2. And yesterday I went out and I had 2 pike and £11 10. And my last pike of the piking season, if you like, for me was £16 9. So it's an absolute cracking fish to end the day. All in all, it's been a very good change. Like I say, I started it in November, but it's been a brilliant change and I've really enjoyed doing it. But I'm back out today, what I love doing the most, on the tip, on the river with a mate. I've already put a decent amount of bait out. You know, it's the last day of the season, there ain't much point mucking about. You may as well just chuck it in, chance it, you got nothing to lose. So what I'm doing, I'm fishing 2 lines. I've got a line over, even though it's running a bit, but I do like to fish with my rod up in the air with a bit of a bow. I'm going to start with an ounce feeder. I think I'm going to be able to get away. I've got one here somewhere. I think I'm going to be able to get away with 3/4 of an ounce. So I'm just going to see what's what. Like I say, I've already put a fair amount of bait out. I've put a pint of dead maggot over. I've put probably 2.5 pints of ground bait, which today is Bait Tech Pro Natural Bream Dark, Pro Natural Dark, and also some brown crumb. And I've mixed that up with some sweet liquid molasses in the water. Did that overnight and blitzed it down this morning. Got some more dead maggots there, courtesy of Iain. I've got some live maggots, and I've just got a few worms there. Thank you very much, Charlie, who helped me out with the worms. I've also got another line down the middle, which I'll probably put a couple of pints of ground bait out on, which when I fish that I will put a pinch of worm in the feeder. Actually, just looking at the flow, I'm going to change that straight away to that 3/4 of an ounce. I hope today might be able to get a tench, maybe a few bream, maybe even a rudd. So over there I'm using the Cadence CR10 13 foot number 2, and I've got that with an 1.5 ounce tip. I've got CS10 4000 reel with £5 mainline and £6 shock leader. I've got my usual helicopter rig there, Nick Larkin feeder, Nisa feeder, and 014 fluorocarbon down to a size 16 MX B3 hook. So this is the first cast of the last day. I've got it clipped up. Here we go. Just going to follow it down. There we go. Now I'm not going to tighten up. Just going to sit that there. Let what flow there is tighten up on the feeder. There we go. And hopefully get a bite or two. Got the old brolly up, so it does speak of getting up a bit of a chilly old blow. So I put a fair amount of bait out there. And beautiful maggots, absolute gorgeous maggots, proper big red maggots, a few bronze in them. And we'll see what occurs. So we've got that bit of flow, so I'm hoping it's just enough to pick up on that line, keep that bow in the line. Might have to bring the old rod rest round a little bit. It's a bit of an angle. If need be, I've also got another rod rest down there where I can put the rod down, no issues whatsoever. But I do like fishing this way. And so what I'm going to do for the first hour is just keep regular casting. If I do get a bite, then I'll sort of sit on it. I'm going to leave it out there for about 5 minutes at a time, bring it back out again, just keep that for the first hour. Beautiful morning. Like I say, it's a shame the season's got to come to an end, but there you go. We had a nice little breakfast roll to start with. We start the day off right. So it's got a lovely bit of flow. That's picked up on that bow lovely, to be honest. So hopefully might get a dink dink, little old drop back and fish on. You see there, that's holding beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you know when it's just about right, where you can give it a little bit of twitch like that, and you haven't got to put too much pressure on it, and that tip will just dislodge that little movement from the butt ring to the reel. Just dislodge that feeder enough and just twitch it a bit. That's all you need to do. Like I say, if you've got to pull too hard, you know the feeder on there is too heavy. Say about the old pike, look at that. That was Saturday. A few scratches, but you've not had a very good pike session if you ain't got a bit of blood coming down your hand. So we'll keep this bait going in, and like I say, quick casts. There's a fish. It's a fish. Tiny bite on the tip there. Like I say, that came after I gave it that little bit of a twitch. Feels like a skimmer. Shot leader's just gone through the rings. There's a few weeds down here to be aware of. It is actually what I've come for. Take it nice and easy. Hoped yesterday that I might get a tench. And I think could be. Certainly fighting like one. is. Nice and easy. I got one in. I got a fish. What do you reckon? No. No. Yep. 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 Dead maggot. Yep. Cool, good fish as well, mate. That is a perfect way to start the final day of the season. Oh. Yeah, Ian's put me on the best pegs. I've got a disgorger somewhere and I don't know where it is. Didn't think we'd catch that early. But oh, now I'm proper made up now. It's what we wanted to catch. Oh. It's what I came for. Look at that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Just gonna hold you up. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Look at that. Gorgeous way to start the final day of the season. Beautiful. See if we can get one or two more. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
I've definitely got this wrong in a minute.
Not as big as the first one.
Near the rower's coming.
As long as Cracknell ain't stood there, we'll be fine.
Lovely.
Do like a tench.
Yeah,
We do like a tench. Lovely little fish, that beautiful fish. I proper whacked that rod over. That beautiful fish, look at that. After that second tench, I had one more bite over, so I picked up the other rod, sort of went about 3 parts away over. Had a little indication, had a roach about sort of 6 ounces. I've one more indication since. Got the rod down now because the wind cutting across. I'm fishing a 40-gram feeder. Iain's had a big skimmer and a nice roach. I think Paul's had a tench. Guy the other side has had a couple of tench. So there's fish about. Like I say, I think it's one of these days where you've got to be very, very patient. Jets are performing up there. It's one of these days where you've got to be very, very patient, keep that bait going in the same place. Very confident to get another tench, maybe a bream. So you just got to bide your time, keep your eye on temp. Anything that looks like a bite, you're going to have to hit it, because I think bites are going to be an absolute premium today. Don't want to miss too many if you can help it. Still fishing that far line. Put out all the bait through one of the Guru bait up feeders. Then on my closer line, I've just got a smaller basket feeder, 20 gram. Put out a good sort of 20 of those. Where I'm just set up the 12-foot number 2 with 5-pound main line. And again, I'm just fishing a small ounce feeder on there. But still got the size 16 and 014 fluorocarbon. So sort of leaving out there about 10 minutes at a time now and bringing it back, cast it again. Just keep that regular feed going in. Got to the latter part of the session now. There's been no more further development, so we've now decided it's the latter part of the session, last day of the season. I've put out another 10 big bait up feeders. I've chopped up a load more worm, mixed it all with a dead maggot, and I'm having it. And I'm fishing double hair rig worm. I've got size 016 fluorocarbon hook length, so size 14 MXB1, so that's an eyed hook, and I've got that short little hair with a quick stop. I'm fishing double worm. Like I say, hopefully we might snare another tench before we finish the session. That's the plan. So we've put all the bait in. Like I say, just going to keep every sort of 10-15 minutes, come back, put a load more worm in, chuck it out there. Hopefully that rod will go round just one more time before we have to close off for 3 months. Only time will tell. Like I say, we've still got a bit of pace on the water, so I think just as that sun starts to go, that's when the best time is, possibly catch another tench. But we'll see. We're just walking down the bank because out the corner of my eye I've just seen Mr. Iain Viger.
This thing's hanging on a little bit.
Is that one of them gudgeon again?
Not a long while, it is.
Is this what we're after? Yeah, yin and the yang.
Looking for my elbows still.
Do you want me to take over? Oh, right. I'll come round here because that's sort of...
Beautiful boy. It's still an unmissable. That worries me. It took me fairly. Had it on a while now. I thought it gives it too much steam. It's a long skid bit.
That looks like a tench boil. That looked like a tench fan.
Get out on the pole, I tell you.
You will use this £2 bottom.
If I see it hooked in the mouth, I'll give it some stick. But
Yeah, he'll be in the mouth. That's in the mouth.
well, I know it in the tail, it's just in the tail.
That's in the mouth, mate. That's a good fish as well. That's big tench, mate. That's in the mouth. See the old paddle tail there? Or would you swear? Oh, look at that. How much overtime are we going to lay when the season finishes? I do, because I'll have arm ache.
They are easy to get out of the hole. Do that now.
Get that whole net ready, Ian. Oh yes, he's in the mouth. Come on in. You got him this time. Yeah. Go on, boy. This time.
This comes off, Steve. I will cry.
No, he won't. Go on. Go on. Go on, ba. Go on, ba. Yes. What'd you say, Ian?
The Iain boy. We've got to say ouse, innit? Oh yeah.
Look at that lovely fish.
That is a lump of a one. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful fish, Ian. Well done, mate. Worth waiting for. Yeah. Good man.
Good on you, boy.
I've got a skimmer. Couldn't catch it on dead maggot, but put double hairy worm on and caught a skimmer. Yeah, it's amazing. Brilliant. Beautiful. Beautiful skimmer, look at that. Lovely drop back boat. We've got a perch. Nice perch, yeah. He's over a pound. Very nice fish. Took a liking to the old double wormy. That beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at that. Hey? Absolutely lovely fish as a perch. Look at that, eh? Beautiful. Well, just about the last half hour of the session now. It's turned out to be an absolute lovely evening. Sun's just going down, and that's the sun going down on another season. I've had 2 tench. I've had a nice skimmer, I've had a big rudd and a nice perch. So all in all, it's been a beautiful day. It's been nice spending it on the bank with mate. and yeah, roll on the glorious 16th so we can do it all again. So just going to sit back now, probably have another couple of casts, see if we can pick up one final fish before we go. But it's been absolutely, like I say, it's been brilliant. It's been a brilliant season. We've caught some nice bream, caught some big pike, caught a huge zander, caught a sea trout. It's been absolutely beautiful. So if you've been out today, hopefully you've had one or two fish and enjoyed the season as much as what I have. Like I say, it's a beautiful way to end me season. Sat in the sun, the wind's eased off, absolutely beautiful. Little bit of drink left in my flask, so I'm going to finish that off. I'm going to put the net to dry in a minute. We'll weigh the biggest tench and take a picture of it at the end, and I'll stick it up on the end of the video. There we are. So what do we say apart from ouse? We'll have a little bit of a drink. I will say cheers to everyone, thanks for watching, and here's to the glorious 16th. Ouse.